getting more human capital, more people into the valley. It's a three-pronged strategy, so we call it the 3 R's of repopulation.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Who's the only local bank with a mobile mortgage app? Farmers. Download the app to contact your lender, calculate payments, securely scan and upload documents, and check the status of your loan. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal, Farmers.
We're going to be talking about how to reverse a decades-long trend going back 50 years where this region, the Mahoning Valley, has lost an average of 7 people a day over the last 50 straight years. And that's a number 2 population loss over the last 10 years by percentage of any metro area in the country. It's staggering. So we need to rebuild our workforce and employment base so we can attract new companies and new technologies into the region. The repopulation piece we'll talk about today is workforce related, and that's just getting more human capital, more people into the valley. That's a 3-pronged strategy. So we call it the 3 R's of repopulation. It's retain existing talent. So we want the young kids that are here now to go to school at Youngstown State and stay here rather than go away to a different market and never come back. We want to return homegrown talent, meaning people who went away for school or for a job opportunity, what we call the boomerangs, who have a tie to the area, maybe it's family, whatever it might be, to come back and have a job here, start a business here. And then we have a third prong, which is our recruit, and that's new residents with an emphasis on global populations. So new Americans, whether they be humanitarian parolees like Ukrainians now displaced by aggression, refugees, which are permanent residents displaced by different conflicts in the world, or immigrants who go through a different process. We want to attract new people to this region to reverse that population loss. The first step is our strategy that it's under development now. And that'll have several pieces, but one of the pieces is just marketing the assets that we have. And that's marketing it to the young people here so they know that there's opportunities and quality of life amenities. And then the people who've already left, we want to draw them back in and let them know this isn't the Youngstown that you left 10, 5, 20 years ago, whenever it might be. We're on the upswing, we have new jobs, we have new opportunities, we have new businesses and amenities in place for you to come home. And we obviously have a low cost of living here and a low barrier to entry. You brought up housing, so we need to really address the housing issue and create more housing opportunities all across the spectrum, different price points, rental, for sale housing across the region. That's going to be a critical piece of this.
There's some similar issues of, good schools, manufacturing, as a hub instead of just retail, office, diverse populations, trying to recruit folks from different countries, different, nationalities, creating quality of life, for residents that want to come here through, parks or through trails, and then the transportation, being able to get people to and from work, especially if people don't have good cars or reliable transportation. So I think what happened was we started talking about it and a lot of similar, issues. Maybe, we benefit, because we're close to Cleveland, and so we have it's a large workforce population to draw from. So maybe not as much here, but I think there are a lot of lessons, to learn. I think since during COVID, people just needed, first of all, to get out. They just wanted to get out and take a walk. And especially they were probably in front of the computer screen all day, and they weren't going into the office. I just think people realized so we have the Cleveland Metro Parks. They didn't, realize what a beauty, that is. And we just continued with it. We just continued pursuing, trails and more bike lanes and more multi-purpose paths and updating parks and providing all these amenities because that's what brings people to communities. And that's what also brings businesses. Businesses like to locate, where you have these nice amenities because their employees like it.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Who's the only local bank with a mobile mortgage app? Farmers. Download the app to contact your lender, calculate payments, securely scan and upload documents, and check the status of your loan. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal, Farmers.